On the field right now, we see number 8, Evan Kaplow, starting pitcher for BG, getting ready to deliver to the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs starting lineup, leading off will be Ethan LaRochelle, followed by Cade Corbett, Ryan Giuliano, J.J. Crespo, cleanup, Maddox Muir, Armand Rolio, Colin Chardonnay, he'll be the DH in the number 7 position, Pat Fowlis at number 8, and Dominic Taliaferro, the number 9 batter.
How odd is this, Harry? BG and Bedford at Gill Stadium in Manchester. And for those that are wondering why, it's because there is a, what are they called? The Silver Knights?
Oh, the Silver Knights, yeah. They've got a game going up?
Yep. Yeah, but Nashua North did beat Nashua South in an earlier game, which was what, 9-3, I believe.
And we're ready to begin here. Kaplow delivers to La Rochelle. He fouls it back. We're 0-1. It's worth noting here. Oh, correction! It was caught out. I was going to say
we can't see it up here.
Yeah, this press box here at Gill really hangs over. The foul territory
goes under us.
It's acres of foul territory behind and to either side. So that's going to be a real danger for any foul pop-ups, as Ethan LaRochelle just discovered he's out 0-1. So Cade Corbett now takes strike, 0-1.
And we've got a wide open window here, so some of those can come our way.
Pitch is high. That's ball, 1-1 to Cade Corbett, number 14, with a .237 average. Takes another ball high, 2-1. One out here in the top of the first. Kaplow. There's a hit right down the line, and boy, that just curved foul. It was a real close to being a foul line tightrope walk.
Yeah, just
didn't make the third base.
Looked like it was just going to skip over the bag and took a last-minute turn to the left.
So it's 2-2 now to Corbett. Kaplow delivers, changeup. That's a little bit high. Count is full at 3-2. The pitch, and Corbett hits it to left field, where Thibault makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down for the Bulldogs, and Ryan Giuliano up to bat.
You got that recording?
First pitch, and he hits it. They could call that foul. That one stayed in fair territory, but then curved off at the last minute. Didn't land in fair territory, so it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, I would say from our angle up here, these hits or anything batted down that line is going to be a little difficult for us to follow, but we'll do our best.
So 0-1 the count. Pitch high for ball, 1-1. 2 outs on the Bulldogs here. Kaplow getting good support in the field. High pitch, another ball, 2-1. Overcast day today, temperatures in the mid-60s. Not bad, though.
I'll take it.
No sun in their eyes, but no moisture. Pitch inside, makes it 3-1. Giuliano might be taking this one here.
I don't know. They call it a hitter's pitch. 3-1. Got to come down the middle.
He swings and misses. Yep. Count is full at 3-2. Brendan Mediver, the right fielder, will be the leadoff hitter for BG once they're up. And a pitch is inside, ball 4, and Giuliano takes the base. So Caplow walks the third Bedford batter. That brings up cleanup J.J. Crespo, number 15, with a 245 batting average. Inside pitch is ball one.
You know, 2 outs, Harry. I think the runner's going to watch the pitcher and the pitcher's motion.
And there's a throw to the first base bag. Giuliano gets back in time. You were just saying.
Yep. And so he's going to size him up, see how much of a lead he can take. And, you know, with 2 outs, Billy might send him.
And Giuliano takes off a hit and run. A weakly hit ball goes right to Anderson. It's short, and that's going to end the inning.
I should coach. All right, I got one right.
So one left. No hits, just a base on balls.
I would have done exactly.
And the half inning is over here, and Bedford does not score. BG coming up to bat.
I would have done exactly what Billy did. You know, you got 2 outs. I think the guy on first, I don't know the team that well, but I think he had some speed. Why not? Get the guy in scoring position and hope you come through with a base hit. So I'm doing double duty here today because unlike some of the places that we go to where we can plug into the scoreboard, we are working our other system, so I'm holding an iPad.
Yeah, you're doing the graphics for us today.
All the graphics.
I do appreciate that.
I got our new broadcast production coordinator, but he's a very experienced gentleman, former station manager from Plymouth, Andrew Fenn, who is on camera and managing a lot of the different things that need to be done in order to give you a nice, clear, entertaining game. And believe me, there's a lot of things that can potentially go wrong.
Well, it is a team effort getting these games on the TV and radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
And coming up to the mound for Bedford, it's going to be the ace of the Bedford squad, Ryan Giuliano, number 3. Pitched 41 and a third innings with a 1.185 ERA and a record of 6-1. No saves.
I might want to add that with the 3 of us here in the booth, we want to thank Manchester Community Television for the use of their booth. We have to talk to Corey Parker about upgrading our press box. I mean, this is a palace, but hey, I'm not complaining about our press box. It's still very, very good.
Well, for baseball, this is fantastic
this
because
is
we have such a bird's eye view of the action. You can tell just from the camera angle what you see on the TV is exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than trying to shoot the game from field level, which we have done at SAU 25 baseball field.
And from first base line.
And from the first base line. And when you're shooting and the sun's coming down, you can have sunscreens. It doesn't always work. So, hey, at least we're getting it on the air, and we'll continue to perfect that. But we did our first 2 games ever baseball over in that venue, and that's because we had Jason Bergeron that was available to do the play-by-play, and that makes it easier for us guys when we can have other broadcasters. Harry, of course, handles a lot of our games, but we always like to get more people on board.
Yeah, baseball's really not my forte, but I'm doing my best here. Brandon Mediver leading off here for BG. Takes the first pitch right down Broadway, and this is going to be tricky. Crespo slides to make the catch and gets the first out on the first pitch.
That looked like it might have dropped. He picked up a little speed at the end, but all I know, what do you think, Andrew? ESPN worthy?
Yeah, Crespo's covers a lot of territory out in the outfield. He's a speedster. Second pitch there for Giuliano right down the middle. 0-1 now to the second batter, Luke Anderson, number 2. That one way outside.
So, Harry.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Baseball people know this, but a little known fact. Where do you put your best arms in the outfield?
I have no idea.
Right field.
The pitch. Right to the first. Going to the base. Muir walks him out, and just like that, BG is down 2.
And the reason coaches do that, you may see your pitchers who have strong arms move to the right field position when they're not scheduled to pitch. And it takes strength to come off of that angle to get the ball to second base, get it all the way over to third.
Here's the pitcher, Capello, at the base, taking a ball high, 1-0.
And if you think about it, your left fielder never throws over to first base. But you need that guy in right field with a strong arm to get it over to third base.
Very astute. That one's fouled back and definitely out of play. So the count according here is 1-1. Giuliano getting the signal there from Corbett. Delivers the pitch outside, 2-1. You know, both these teams had terrific finish to their seasons. I'll tell you more in a minute. There's a hit going to left field, bounces right in front of Taliaferro, and that's going to put Capello on base for the first base runner of the game. And Max Reardon, cleanup hitter number 7, coming up to the plate. Reardon is the catcher. Battery made of Capello today. And Giuliano, the right-hander, gets set. Just a bit outside. That's going to be ball 1.
Same thing as the Bedford runner in the last inning. I should say the top. Top of the inning. First baseman, size up the pitcher, see what he's got, and then you make the run. Yeah.
There's a play to Muir at first.
Keep him
Capello gets back.
Pitcher's always probably going to do that just to keep the runner honest, on his toes.
This is a turf field instead of dirt. It is red AstroTurf. That's a pitch for a strike, 1-1. So uniforms stay clean when you play here at Gill. Another throw to Muir at first. Keep Capello honest.
I can remember because, you know, Harry, I've told you I was a baseball high school official for 15 years. And I actually worked here when it was a dirt field, when there was grass. And I'll finish that thought after this.
Outside, Capello makes a run for second and gets there. The pitch got away from Reardon. So Capello steals.
If I were to judge that, I'd call that more of a pass ball as opposed to a wild pitch.
Okay, we will score that as a pass ball then.
Andrew, confirm that. So inning 1. Top. All right. Keep me honest.
And we're ready to start here at Gill Stadium for opening round action of NHIAA Division I baseball. Number 8 seed BG, the home team today against the Bedford Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Harry Kozlowski, along with Bill Jennings, doing color for me today.
It's going to be fun working with you, Harry. Our number 1 team of Jason Bergeron and Steve Tempesta. Tempesta. I got that right on the third try, Steve. Neither one are available. Of course, Jason has a great excuse. His daughter is on the softball team, and they are down in Salem today. They were supposed to play yesterday,
right?
But they moved the game to
softball game has been moved to right up against this one. And, you know, Jason's not getting off scot-free. He is working for us. He's going to be texting me inning-by-inning updates on the softball game. So we'll keep everybody updated on what's going on in Salem. In the meantime, on the field right now, we see number 8, Evan Capello, starting pitcher for BG, getting ready to deliver to the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs starting lineup, leading off will be Ethan LaRochelle, followed by Cade Corbett, Ryan Giuliano, J.J. Crespo, cleanup, Maddox Muir, Armand Rolio, Colin Chardonnay, he'll be the DH in the number 7 position. Pat Fowlis at number 8. And Dominic Taliaferro, the number 9 batter.
How odd is this, Harry? BG and Bedford at Gill Stadium in Manchester. And for those that are wondering why, it's because there is a, what do they call it? The Silver Knights?
Oh, the Silver Knights, yeah. They've got a game going up?
Yep. But Nashua North did beat Nashua South in an earlier game, which was what, 9-3, I believe.
And we're ready to begin here. Caplow delivers to La Rochelle. He fouls it back. We're 0-1. It's worth noting here. Oh, correction! It was caught out. I was going to say.
We can't see it up here.
Yeah, this press box here at Gill really hangs over. The foul territory
goes under us.
It's acres of foul territory behind and to either side. So that's going to be a real danger for any foul pop-ups, as Ethan La Rochelle just discovered he's out 0-1. So Cade Corbett now takes strike. 0-1.
And we've got a wide open window here, so some of those can come our way.
Pitch is high. That's ball. 1-1 to Cade Corbett, number 14, with a 237 average. Takes another ball high. 2-1. One out here in the top of the first. Caplow. There's a hit right down the line, and boy, that just curved foul. It was a real close to being a foul line tightrope walk.
Yeah, just
didn't make the third base.
Looked like it was just going to skip over the bag and took a last-minute turn to the left.
So it's 2-2 now to Corbett. Caplow delivers. Change up. That's a little bit high. Count is full at 3-2. The pitch, and Corbett hits it to left field, where Thibault makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down for the Bulldogs, and Ryan Giuliano up to bat.
You got that recording?
First pitch, and he hits it. They could call that foul. That one stayed in fair territory, but then curved off at the last minute. Didn't land in fair territory, so it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, I would say from our angle up here, these hits or anything batted down that line is going to be a little difficult for us to follow, but we'll do our best.
So 0-1 the count. Pitch high for ball, 1-1. 2 outs on the Bulldogs here. Caplow getting good support in the field. High pitch, another ball, 2-1. Overcast day today, temperatures in the mid-60s. Not bad, though.
I'll take it.
No sun in their eyes, but no moisture. Pitch inside, makes it 3-1. Giuliano might be taking this one here.
I don't know. They call it a hitter's pitch. 3-1. Got to come down the middle.
He swings and misses. Yep. Count is full at 3-2. Brendan Mediver, the right fielder, will be the leadoff hitter for BG once they're up. And a pitch is inside, ball 4, and Giuliano takes the base. So Caplow walks the third Bedford batter. That brings up cleanup J.J. Crespo, number 15, with a 245 batting average. Inside pitch is ball 1.
You know, 2 outs, Harry. I think the runner's going to watch the pitcher and the pitcher's motion.
And there's a throw to the first base bag. Giuliano gets back in time. You were just saying.
Yep. And so he's going to size him up, see how much of a lead he can take, and with 2 outs, Billy might send him.
And Giuliano takes off a hit and run. A weakly hit ball goes right to Anderson. It's short, and that's going to end the inning.
I should coach. All right, I got one right.
So one left. No hits, just a base on balls.
I would have done exactly.
And the half inning is over here, and Bedford does not score. BG coming up to bat.
I would have done exactly what Billy did. You got 2 outs. I think the guy on first, I don't know the team that well, but I think he had some speed. Why not? Get the guy in scoring position and hope you come through with a base hit. So I'm doing double duty here today because unlike some of the places that we go to where we can plug into the scoreboard, we are working our other system, so I'm holding an iPad.
Yeah, you're doing the graphics for us today.
Yeah, all the graphics.
I do appreciate that.
I got our new broadcast production coordinator, but he's a very experienced gentleman, a former station manager from Plymouth, Andrew Fenn, who is on camera and managing a lot of the different things that need to be done in order to give you a nice, clear, entertaining game. And believe me, there's a lot of things that can potentially go wrong.
Well, it is a team effort getting these games on the TV and radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
And coming up to the mound for Bedford, it's going to be the ace of the Bedford squad, Ryan Giuliano, number 3. Yep. Pitched 41 and a third innings with a 1.185 ERA and a record of 6-1. No saves.
I might want to add that with the 3 of us here in the booth, we want to thank Manchester Community Television
Absolutely.
for the use of their booth. We have to talk to Corey Parker about upgrading our press box. I mean, this is a palace, but hey, I'm not complaining about our press box. It's still very, very good.
Well, for baseball, this is fantastic
this
because
is
we have such a bird's eye view of the action. You could tell just from the camera angle what you see on the TV is exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than trying to shoot the game from field level, which we have done at SAU 25 baseball field.
And from first base line.
And from the first base line. And when you're shooting and the sun's coming down, you can have sunscreens. It doesn't always work. So, hey, at least we're getting it on the air, and we'll continue to perfect that. But we did our first 2 games ever baseball over in that venue, and that's because we had Jason Bergeron that was available to do the play-by-play, and that makes it easier for us guys when we can have other broadcasters. Harry, of course, handles a lot of our games, but we always like to get more people on board.
Yeah, baseball's really not my forte, but I'm doing my best here. Brandon Mediver leading off here for BG. Takes the first pitch right down Broadway, and this is going to be tricky. Crespo slides to make the catch and gets the first out on the first pitch.
That looked like it might have dropped. He picked up a little speed at the end, but all I know what do you think, Andrew? ESPN worthy?
Yeah, Crespo's covers a lot of territory out in the outfield. He's a speedster. Second pitch there for Giuliano right down the middle. 0-1 now to the second batter, Luke Anderson, number 2. That one way outside.
So, Harry.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Baseball people know this, but a little known fact. Where do you put your best arms in the outfield?
I have no idea.
Right field.
The pitch. Right to the first. Going to the base. Muir walks him out, and just like that, BG is down 2.
And the reason coaches do that, you may see your pitchers who have strong arms move to the right field position when they're not scheduled to pitch. And it takes strength to come off of that angle to get the ball to second base, get it all the way over to third.
Here's the pitcher, Capello, at the base, taking a ball high. 1-0.
And if you think about it, your left fielder never throws over to first base. But you need that guy in right
No.
field with a strong arm to get it over to third base.
Very astute. That one's fouled back and definitely out of play. So the count according here is 1-1. Giuliano getting the signal there from Corbett. Delivers the pitch outside, 2-1. Both these teams had terrific finish to their seasons. I'll tell you more in a minute. There's a hit going to left field, bounces right in front of Taliaferro, and that's going to put Kaplow on base for the first base runner of the game. And Max Reardon, cleanup hitter number 7, coming up to the plate. Reardon is the catcher. Battery made of Kaplow today. And Giuliano, the right-hander, gets set. Just a bit outside. That's going to be ball 1.
Same thing as the Bedford runner in the last inning. I should say the top. Top of the inning. First baseman, size up the pitcher, see what he's got, and then you make the
There's a play to Muir at first.
Keep him
Kaplow gets back.
Pitcher's always probably going to do that just to keep the runner honest, on his toes.
This is a turf field instead of dirt. It is red AstroTurf. That's a pitch for a strike, 1-1. So uniforms stay clean when you play here at Gill. Another throw to Muir at first. Keep Kaplow honest.
I can remember because, Harry, I've told you I was a baseball high school official for 15 years. And I actually worked here when it was a dirt field, when there was grass. And I'll finish that thought after this.
Outside, Kaplow makes a run for second and gets there. The pitch got away from Reardon. So Kaplow steals.
If I were to judge that, I'd call that more of a pass ball as opposed to a wild pitch.
Okay, we will score that as a pass ball then.
Andrew, confirm that. So anyways, as a dirt field and grass, it was rough because they play, it just tears up the infield. When they went to turf.
There's a hit to center.
And there you go.
And La Rochelle makes the play, and that's going to end the inning. So one hit and one runner left here at the end of one. It is no score. Go right ahead, Bill.
That's right. I'm going to interrupt you. And so the one thing that we all noticed, the officials, it might be nice as far as conditions, not the ball skipping, hitting a groove and a dirt infield or a grass infield, but it bounces. And the other thing is hot. It heats up, and that heat just comes right up on you. Listen, we're officials, so people don't care what we thought. The ball players liked it. Coaches liked it.
Well, I don't know how many remember that the Fisher Cats, when they first landed here in Manchester from New Haven, where they were the Ravens, they had to play one season here at Gill, which made Gill the oldest ballpark in the professional leagues, built in 1904, even older than Fenway.
Oh.
And that first year, the Fisher Cats won the Eastern League title. So terrific way to start. But was that a grass field? I couldn't recall. I even know I was here when they won that game. I don't remember.
Was a grass field.
It was a grass field when the
Fisher
Cats.
No, they put this all in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, all the amenities that we see here now, to include this press box and everything else, Fisher Cats. You really don't think the city of Manchester would spend all that amount of money? No, no.
Why not?
But the Fisher Cats have been do a great job, in supporting the Manchester community, and this is what they left the Manchester and Greater Manchester area. I mean, it's a great venue. Definitely for baseball.
Got an update here from Jason Bergeron in Salem. 2-2 at the end of at the first. Katie LeMay hitting a 2-run home run for Bedford. So things all tied up after one inning in Salem in the softball opening round.
Can we call him a roving sports reporter? Reporting in from Salem.
You know, I wanted to mention the record of both of these teams coming in here. Bedford had kind of a rough start to their year, going 3-5, but then from the ninth game on, they went 9-3. And BG kind of following a similar script. They went 8-2 in their final 10 games. So both these teams have finished off pretty strong. So Kaplow delivers the pitch to Maddox Muir, strike one. And another strike there. 0-2 is the count right off to first baseman Maddox Muir. He swings on the third one. That goes foul.
Yep.
Out of play for sure. Not just about out of play.
Great effort. That is a lot of foul ball territory to the right side of the bag.
Muir is a
Third side
267 hitter. Yeah, you know, it really puts a lot of pressure on the first and third baseman and the outfielders. They have to really cover a lot of territory because if there's a chance to make it out, they're gonna do their best. So they're running around. That was Monaco trying to make the play there on the foul ball. Pitch outside is a ball. They're going to ask first base umpire to see if Muir had swung. He did not, so it's 1-2.
I think they were all complaining about thinking that it was across the plate up here. We can tell you it was outside.
Another one outside. That one clearly outside.
Yep.
Count is 2-2. Kaplow trying to bait Muir into a swing here. On a 2-2 count, Kaplow delivers, and it goes right to the third baseman, who throws it out. That's Haskell to Monaco for the out.
Harry, this is a nice press
5-3.
box. A nice press box, but as we both have noticed as we get into this, it's pretty hard to see what's going on underneath us because it overhangs.
That's why I didn't know it was a pass ball, because the windowsill's cutting off everything from the pitcher back. There's a strike to Armin Rolio.
You're getting a lot of exercise coming off that stool, coming back.
Kaplow with the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Rolio. Quick 0-2 count.
My cameraman can keep me honest.
The winner of this game will travel to Portsmouth, the number 1 seed. And another swing by Rolio, and he's out. That's the first K for Kaplow.
It's always hard to tell from up here what they're actually throwing. That's why I admire the professional broadcasters. That was relatively easy. That was a fastball, but I think the guy has a great change as well as a good breaking ball.
Colin Chadney at the plate now for Bedford. He takes the first strike. Chadney is the designated hitter here for the Bulldogs. Waiting for the second pitch. And that one catches the outside, 0-2. Kaplow's feeling it now. Kaplow gets the sign, delivers. Just outside. Ball was more or less in the same place as the last pitch, but this time just a little far outside. 1-2 the count. Way outside and bounces off the pitcher's hand, Corbett. Or Reardon, I should say.
I think batter's going to be waiting. Who's up at the plate right now?
This is Colin Chadney
Chardonnay.
with a 2-2 count. Chadney hits it to center field. Coming up, looks good. It's going to land right where the right fielder Thibault is going to make the play, and that ends the inning. So another efficient outing for Kaplow. No runs, no hits, no one left. Still no score at the middle of the second inning here at Gill Stadium. Of course, we got lacrosse action. The ladies having a blowout win yesterday, 19-2 against Londonderry, and they will be facing Pinkerton, who themselves with a big 17-2 win over Dover. The semifinals are going to be at Ball Stadium, I believe, 5 o'clock game. And I don't have my notes in front of me for the boys.
They play Bishop Girton tomorrow at 4 p.m. Unless that's changed, because a lot of times have been changing. So they start out their first round of play is BG, which is, as we all know in lacrosse, a powerhouse.
Yeah, there's just a single playing game, first round play in Concord and Sauhegan, 8 and 9 seed. They're
Right.
the only. Everybody else has a bye.
What time can you confirm that time tomorrow?
Oh,
yeah.
The game for Bedford.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be at Bedford Stadium. No, it's going to be at Stello. Sorry,
Right.
BG number 2 seed. That's a 3:30
3:30
start.
So they moved it up.
And the first pitch there by Giuliano is the ball to Cam Tebow, who made the last out just before. Another swing and a miss.
Thanks.
That's 1-1. Cam Tebow.
I'll have these graphics down and by the fourth inning.
Oh, he got Tebow chasing that one way outside, 1-2. So Giuliano ahead on the count here. Pitches inside. That's going to be a ball, 2-2. No score in this one. We're in the bottom of the second. There's a pop-up. It's going to be played by Muir coming in from first base. He makes the catch, and that's the out. So one down for the Cardinal. As we have Ryan Haskell, the third baseman, coming up, number 9. Just one hit given up here by Giuliano. That's high and outside, ball 1. Makes contact. That ball is going to go just out of play. It hits the rail at the BG dugout. Nobody could get to the ball. It's quite a run from first base to that dugout.
Run is probably understated. It's a haul.
I mean, I'm going to guess a good 20 yards,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 25.
Easily.
These outfields are deep.
Kind of reminds me of the stadium that the Athletics play in.
1-1 count here. Straight, it looks straight down the middle to me, but might have been a low.
Yeah, it was low.
2-1.
Definitely low.
So one out here. That's also fouled away, way out of play. That one's definitely in the stands. Count is 2-2 to Ryan Haskell. Here's Giuliano's pitch, and that one is just chopped.
That's going to be
Slow
a problem.
roller.
See what he does.
Giuliano makes the play, throws it to Muir, and they're going to say he's safe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Looked awfully close to me.
I know. I think Coach has a every right to go out there and just kind of chat with them. And evidently not. But the first base coach did show a little displeasure. How do I put that any clearer to
A little
those that are?
exercised.
Yeah.
So Dominic Monaco now at the plate, number 1. He's got a man on base there with 1 out. That ball is outside.
Stand corrected. The first base coach was elated. I didn't see Billy come out. So
No, Billy Chapman
Yeah.
decided not to plead his case there. There's a
Yeah.
foul back. That's going to be a strike. 1-1. Monaco, the first baseman for the Cardinal.
Oh. Gotcha. Thank you, Andrew, correcting me on the scoreboard again.
Giuliano's pitch, another one. This is going to go right to third. Double play possibility. One's down. Second one good.
Wow.
Double
Great
play. Gets Bedford out of a jam and keeps this game scoreless.
That is picture perfect. That's how you draw it up. Beautiful.
That's a 5-4-3 double play.
Love that. Always love 5-4-3. Boom. This game is moving along. Top of the third.
So very efficient outing again for Giuliano, getting some great support in the field there with the double play ball from Rolio to Hinton and Muir. Got 2 out there after a very close play allowed Ryan Haskell to be safe at first. So checking the up, we've got another update. 2 innings down in Salem, still tied at 2 apiece.
Who was Salem ranked? Do you know?
In softball?
Yeah.
Oh, I could look it up for you in just a minute.
I think they're a higher seed. Bedford's coming in as obviously they're playing in Salem, so they were a higher seed. So
Yeah,
Salem was number 4. Bedford was ranked
13.
13.
I think,
so
yeah.
You never know what can happen in that first game. So what all these teams do is they'll throw out their best pitcher. And that's when upsets can happen.
Now Pat Fowlis at the
That's gonna
plate. He
drop
hits it
in.
into the gap,
He's
and that's going to be a first base hit. Sent it out there to Mediver, who made the play and threw it back, but it landed in kind of a no man's land. No play available. And that is the first hit given up by Kaplow. And Taliaferro tries to bunt his man forward, instead fouls it back. That's going to be a strike, 0-1.
I like what Billy's doing. You know, the way this game is going, and it's moving along, and nobody's really has done anything, he's going to get aggressive, and he's going to try to make things happen. And that's what you need to do if you're going to score in a low run-scoring game, which this could potentially turn out to be.
Kaplow pitches to first to Monaco. Keep Fowlis honest at first base. Taliaferro waiting to take the pitch. He's going to try to bunt. He drops it. Let's see if there's a play here. Throw to first. Bounces. They're going to say he's safe. So back-to-back hits for the Bulldogs. They've got men in first and second, nobody out.
That was excellent execution. It was soft, going down close to the third baseline, not in between where the pitcher or the third baseman could come in. It had the right velocity. It was perfect, and it had to take a great throw with higher velocity than what the third baseman
And
had.
it couldn't hit the ground. That
Yeah.
ground, the bounce slowed the ball
It
just
did.
enough
Yep.
to give Taliaferro a chance to get on base. So here's another bunt right back to the pitcher. He throws it to first. And La Rochelle, who's the batter, is going to sacrifice himself to advance the runners to second and third. Now Bedford's got 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out.
So what we have going on right here is what's called small ball. This is where you use the bunt, the sacrifice, everything to move your runners to along as well as get on base. This is a clinic right now. But I will say that the pitcher did a great job of first looking at third and then getting over to first base, definitely to grab that out. That was good baseball play part on the pitcher's part.
So first pitch there from Capello is high ball, and ball one is what I'm trying to say. And Reardon goes over to talk to him for a moment.
So I apologize if I don't have the players' names in front of me. I've got this iPad in front of me. I'm going to rely on Harry to give you the names, so I'll just be yelling them out as position.
There's a hit. It's going to be
He's got a lot of space.
In the foul territory. Missed it.
That was a very tough play. That was up high, and that ball was just coming over, and he kept going to the left, and then it just came back to his going to the right.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that windy, but I'm looking at the flag in center field, and it's out. It's kind of out. It was out for a while. Now it's down. Now it's out. So the wind is a little changeable out there today. So that probably threw off the third baseman Haskell on making that play. Swing and a miss by Corbett is 1-2.
Also, even though it's cloudy, that ball gets up there, you can lose it just a little bit too.
Sure. White ball against a white background.
Oh, absolutely.
So 1-2 here for Capello. To Cade Corbett, trying to stay alive here. He's got runners in second and third. He pitches it, or pops it up.
Yep.
Play at first by Monaco. Nobody makes a move from either base, so just like that, now it's 2 down for Bedford. So we're going to mark that as out at 3 for Corbett, and Ryan Giuliano is going to come up to the plate. He got a walk last time he was up. Bedford threading the score here. Ball pitch outside by Capello, 1-0. This is the first offensive threat either team has been able to put together in this game. Bedford opening the inning with 2 hits. Another high pitch, 2-0. So Giuliano, who's a .368 hitter, Capello's got to respect that, trying not to give him anything to hit. And there's a contact made that goes into foul territory to the left. 2-1. I'm sure BG would be just fine giving up a walk here to Giuliano rather than risk him getting an RBI or two. He holds. They're going to say safe. Okay, did not swing around. That was obvious to us here, but the officials agree. So 3-1 the count.
Hit his count again. We'll see what he does.
Giuliano here with runners at second and third. Fowlis and Taliaferro. Pitch is high, and he takes the walk. That loads the bases. So another base on balls for Ryan Giuliano. He draws him like white on rice, I guess.
Nobody likes to walk the bases loaded, but he might have been kind of working around Giuliano a little bit because he is such a good hitter.
Now J.J. Crespo coming up to bat. Swings and misses, strike one. Julio Crespo with a .245 average himself, not bad, but certainly not the same level as Giuliano.
Nice.
Ball's in the ground, but controlled there by Reardon. Yep. Doesn't get away.
Nice getting down, good technique. Drop to both knees, keep the ball in front of you. Keep the glove face down, up towards you, not down towards the ground. Don't let it skip by you.
So 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. 2 Bedford runners at second and third. And there's a swing and a miss by Julio Crespo. Strike 2.
That was a breaking ball, Harry.
Yeah.
He got him. That thing just bit.
Yeah, I mean, by the time he swung, the ball was nowhere near the plate.
I know.
So he definitely got the fish to bite on that one.
I'd come in with high heat, see if he goes after it.
Crespo makes contact to stay alive.
Came back.
Count stays at 1-2.
Came back with another breaking ball.
Well, that's a big at bat here for Bedford. Crespo needs to stay alive here. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Top of the third, no score. Crespo steps out, gets time. Now Kaplow getting the sign. Here's the pitch, outside. 2-2. Kaplow's got some pitches to waste here.
I think Kaplow, to me, catch was setting up outside, maybe try to get the batter to chase. It was kind of like a waste pitch, but he's a good pitcher.
And here comes again.
Perfectly
Crespo with the hit.
positioned.
This is going to be a play at first. He makes the play, and that's going to be it. Crespo out to the shortstop and then to first to end the inning. So 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 runners left on base, but no runs. We go to the bottom of the third. No score between BG and Bedford.
Kaplow did a great job pitching out of that bases loaded situation. Well, that 2-man with guys at second and third with 1 out, able to manage to get a pop out and a ground out.
So coming up for BG in this inning, we got Dante Nieto. He's the designated hitter. Luke Korkolakos, followed by the leadoff hitter, Brandon Mediver. So those are your next 3 batters here for BG here in the bottom of the third.
I just recognized the plate umpire who I did some work with. That's Donnie Macucci, who everybody in the association and all the coaches know as Cooch. Been around for years. Like 100. If you heard me say that. He's actually one of the instructors. He used to be up there at when we used to have it at Plymouth State, Andrew. Where he used to be. So the NHBUA, New Hampshire Baseball Umpire Association, like any of the school official associations, are desperately looking for officials. And if you are interested in becoming a baseball official, try that again, official, time for some water, go to www.nhbua.org. Or for any sports, just go to www.nhiaa.org.
And these are paid positions too.
They
so
are.
Not only are you helping out the kids, but you're also making a little bit of pin money.
Absolutely. And they are in dire straits. What do we see, Harry, during the football season? It was between Bedford and Central. They had to actually move the game to an afternoon.
Right, on Thursday. No, Friday afternoon.
Yeah, they had to. It might have even been Thursday. It was an odd day.
Right.
And that's because they didn't have enough officials to do a Friday night game. So it may get worse. So if you enjoy officiating, and as Harry said, you can make, as a varsity official, at least $85 per game, and then it goes up, obviously, in the playoffs. Oop.
Giuliano still on the plate. Delivers a strike to Nieto. 0-1. Heading into the bottom of the third, Bedford with another 2 runs on softball down in Salem. They lead 4-2. Nieto swings again. That's strike 2.
We have an upset going on down there in good old Salem.
Another pitch is fouled away by Nieto. He stays alive, 0-2.
Everything changes. Andrew, you saw it when you were handling a lot of the high schools up in your general area, Plymouth, that you can look at a team's record.
Swing and a mix by Nieto. Strikeout for Giuliano. It's his first.
But you don't have their top ace going all the time. So the season's record can be a little misleading entering into a prelim or a quarter. You're always going to get your top pitcher in most cases. Maybe with the exception of Portsmouth, because I think they're fairly deep, very deep in their pitching. That's why they're 18-1.
Luke Korkolakos, number 9 hitter, center fielder. He takes strike. 0-1.
Oh, what a breaking ball.
Giuliano delivers another one, 0-2. He gets the big lead on the hitter.
Both pitches have good breaking balls.
And just like that, he made a tip. They're going to be a play at first and easily done there. Corbett throws to Muir for the three-strike play at first, and 2 are down. So another strikeout. 2 in a row here for Giuliano. And the leadoff hitter, Bedford, comes up. He flied out to right field in his first at-bat. That one is outside, ball 1. Giuliano delivers the second. That contact's made. This one's going to be a play in left field this time. Taliaferro makes that play, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. After 3, no score. So back-to-back, or correction, make that 2 flyouts there for Brandon Mediver, 1 to left, 1 to right. And we head into the 4th inning now, where Bedford will be standing up the 5th, 6th, and 7th batters, Maddox Muir, Armand Rolio, and DH Colin Chadney coming up for the Bulldogs.
You know, Harry, for a hockey outstanding broadcaster,
Come on.
a football outstanding broadcaster, and basketball, you have tackled.
Lather it on thick there,
Yeah,
Bill.
I am. You have tackled lacrosse with Corey Munstertiger, who has taught us a lot about the game.
He's a great instructor. I mean, if I had to call a lacrosse game now, at least I'd have a fighting chance of knowing what I'm talking about.
I know you two guys are as we all are with Corey. He's just part of our team, and we have a good time. And as you said, the difference is when you have action like you were calling yesterday, and you were the color guy, is that between baseball, because it's slower, you create stories. You have to keep things going.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't have. I don't have a great depth of knowledge of this program or really the BG program either. So I just try to deliver the facts as best I can.
Yep.
And the fact there is a strike delivered to Maddox Muir by Kaplow, making the count 0-1. This time Muir swings, strike number 2.
Oh, the breaking ball.
You're doing my fill-in here, Bill, with your stories. You always got a million.
Well, what I can see, he's got a slider, he's got a fastball, he's got a. Whoa!
Oh, that one just missed our broadcast location.
Yep. He's got a change, but he's got a heck of a breaking ball. Kaplow.
So Muir stays alive at 0-2 after fouling that one back.
I've never been referred to as a filler, but I think it's a badge of honor when Harry says it.
Yeah. You keep the broadcast moving along.
Yeah.
That one way outside, ball 1. Kaplow had that one to spare.
Of course, with Jason Bergeron, he has more stories.
Well, he's intimately involved with these programs.
Oh, yeah.
He's got both his son and daughter playing on these teams. There's a hit by Muir into the gap, played by the second, but it's going to be a tough throw, and it's going to be safe. Muir beats the throw. So Muir gets on base. That hit to second was way deep, almost to the C, the Central logo in center field. And
yeah, the first baseman did a great job stretching out for it, but
Luca, the second baseman, really took his time making the throw and gave Muir just enough time to get there. Now here's the hit. Kind of a funny bounce, but it advances the runner. So on the first pitch, Rolio, we're going to call that a sacrifice, advancing Muir to second into scoring position with 1 out. So just checking my notes here, we've got 3 hits given up by Kaplow so far and 2 walks. And at the plate now is Colin Chadney, the DH. Lefty hitter, swings and miss. Muir is at second. Kaplow looks off second, and Chardonnay swings and misses again, 0-2.
He doesn't look comfortable at the plate. I think he's anticipating what he might throw, but he's just kind of weaving. But when this guy has 4 different pitches, it's hard. I know I couldn't do it.
Chardonnay calls for time, steps out of the batter's box. Trying to throw Kaplow's timing off a little bit. Now he's back in, waiting for the pitch from Kaplow on the 0-2. That is high and outside, 1-2.
Thank you, my eagle-eyed camera person that reminded me, even though I had the number of the inning in, this piece of software requires me to still hit update.
Bear with us here. That one's fouled back.
So if you're watching and you're screaming and you're going like, it's the 4th inning. Well, Andrew might have heard you. And then he just told me.
So Chardonnay staying alive with that foul back. Waits for Kaplow. Throws it outside. Tried to get Chardonnay to chase that. 2-2. Still no score in this game. Top of the 4th. Bedford with the runner at second.
Yep.
And that one right down Broadway.
Right. Yep.
And that is another strikeout there for Kaplow.
Came
that
with the
is his
heat.
second.
Came with the heat.
So a little discussion at the mound here with the skipper and the catcher with Kaplow. Go ahead, Bill.
Harry, from a coaching perspective, I couldn't tell you what he's saying to him. You get a guy at second. I don't think Billy's going to send the runner at all. Maybe it's a hit and run. That is being really aggressive. Maybe he's just checking on to make sure he's healthy.
Scotty Painter is the manager for the Cardinals. Our own Lauren Fox decided to check back at the dugout as he makes his way back to first.
Remind me to tell you a story about what coaches are required to wear, depending on the box that they're sitting in.
Pat Folis is at the plate. He got a hit and takes the strike first pitch. Third inning, his last at-bat, he got on base, made it all the way to third, couldn't get home. So Kaplow delivers. Folis swings, 0-2. So the Bulldogs getting behind on the count early in this inning.
When you see them reaching for that ball, that's an off speed. They're just, and that when it's down over the plate and they just got them off pace just a little bit.
So Folis steps out here, gets a little time, now back in. Maddox Muir at second. Second inning in a row that the Bulldogs have someone in scoring position. Hate to waste them twice now, but after Muir got on base, neither batter has been able to advance the runner. Folis makes a hit to center field. See if the play is there. It is. Korkalakos at center makes the play, and that's going to end the inning for the Bulldogs. They leave one, gave up a hit, and there's a strikeout too, and still no score as we go to the bottom of the 4th here between BG and Bedford.
Again, fast pace, moving quickly. Great day for a ball game. On the cooler side, not too hot.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
So I started to say something about the apparel. So the NHIAA is very specific on how the players dress, just like Major League Baseball, and how the coaches dress, to include even sleeve length. So if you look down and you see Billy Coach Chapman down on the third base coach's box, he's dressed like his players. He's got game shirt, game pants. If you look at Coach Fox, he's got a Bulldog sweatshirt on. That's the exception. So if he had to move into that box over there, he's got to wear a game shirt.
Really?
If he doesn't, then the official gives him a warning, technically he's supposed to go in and get a shirt on.
Hmm.
And if he doesn't have it or refuse, he has to be removed from the box.
I think he's got his shirt under his jacket. He could always just slip the jacket off.
And there you go. But technically, in the old days, if they were wearing a jacket or a sweatshirt, and when I was out there, there'd be some guy maybe wearing a UMass or UNH over his baseball uniform. They just, no, you got to wear some color, some representation from your team. So good point that Mr. Fox, Coach Fox, actually has his shirt on.
So here we are in the bottom of the fourth, still no score. And Luke Anderson, who was forced out, or made a play to first for the first out in the first inning, takes a strike from Giuliano. He's behind 0-1. That one fouled off the bat and hit the plate. 0-2.
I think I told you earlier in the game that by the fourth inning I should have this thing down. I've got it down.
He's just talking too much.
Yeah. It's
telling us clothing stories while he should be running the graphics.
Yeah. Well, this
swing and a miss there from Luke Anderson. So 3 balls and 3 strikes sends him back to the dugout.
I was saying it's so much better when we can plug into a actual scoreboard like we do down at BHS, at Stello's, etc., where we just run off what the guy working the scoreboard is giving us. Here you have to make sure that there's like 5 different things we have to hit.
Kaplow takes a strike.
But as I said, now I know I can talk and work the graphics. Took me 4 innings.
And now try chewing gum.
Oh, man, that's just going to be... Here we go. Now you're pushing it.
And that one sails over our broadcast location here. Kaplow's down 0-2.
I don't think people realize how big and wide our window is for a camera, and I'm handling the graphics. Harry's a little more protected with a smaller window.
And that was a check swing, makes contact. Giuliano makes the play, chips it over to Muir for the out. So it's a 1-3 play for out number 2. And Max Reardon, the catcher, coming up to the plate now for the Cardinals.
So to continue that discussion, and I'll wait till Giuliano pitches. So our window is so big. I think we have an over-under that we're going to have a foul ball coming into our booth. So I have some protection in my hand. I have Harry's cushion seat pad,
which looks a little bit like a umpire's cushion.
Absolutely.
A little short, but you can place for your neck over there.
Yeah, and I don't know whether to first save myself, save the camera, save Harry.
Well, what's worth more, Bill? And that's pop straight up. We'll see if there's the play.
That's going to be. It's always a tough play for a catch. That's my fault.
And the catch is made by Corbett for the out. And BG is down 1-2-3. So after 4, no score. Bedford with the scoring chances. They've had runners in scoring position twice. BG hasn't really gotten anybody past second base.
Top 5.
No, correction. Kaplow was able to get to second base on a pass ball in the first inning, but nothing since. So it's been a pretty even game here. Slight edge to Bedford on scoring opportunities. And we have an update from Salem on the softball game. It's 4-2 now after the 3rd inning. Quick work for the Bedford defense. So they're rolling along nicely.
What time that game start?
Start at 4 o'clock, same time as
usually
this
softball games go faster.
Well, this has been a quick-paced game.
It really has.
We're already into the 5th inning, and it's 57 minutes?
Yeah.
So just an hour into the game, we're already 5 innings through, or 4 innings through, I should say. Starting the 5th.
I like these kind of games. You remember the game we did earlier with Bedford and Londonderry?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a long one.
That was.
Well,
I do a lot of the post-production work, and that thing was like 2 hours and 14 minutes,
which is a lot for a high school game. You really, don't see games going much past 2 hours.
Yeah, and that was in the sun because it started at noon. It was a vacation week, and it was hot. And I don't mind telling you, we were miserable. That was hot out there, and I know the Bedford team was too because they got whacked.
Got another update from Salem. after 4 full, Salem got a run back. Bedford's still up 4-3. So Capello's still on the mound for the Cardinals, and we've got Taliaferro coming up to the plate, the number 9 hitter for the Bulldogs. See if we can make something happen here in the top of the 5th. Taliaferro getting a base hit. Takes the strike there. He got a base hit in the 3rd inning. Kind of legged one out. How he was able to get it. Beat out a play. Now Taliaferro makes contact, sends that one way out.
He's definitely
That's going to get beyond the outfielder. Takes the bounce.
No, he's going to hold it too. Oh, this went over.
Okay, so that Taliaferro making contact and sending the ball way over Tebow's head. All he could do was run after it like a wide receiver hoping to make a catch. Luckily, he was able to play it on a bounce and get it back into the infield, only giving up a double there.
There is no fault of the left fielder. He gave it. It is hard. If you've ever played left field, and I have, that ball comes off the bat, and you're trying to size it up.
Oh, and a hit batter there. La Rochelle, the leadoff hitter, takes one for the team and gets his base, and now Bedford's got runners on 1st and 2nd and no out. Reardon comes over to talk to Capello to talk about that one. That's probably why we had that meeting at the mound, some concern about Capello's stamina in this game so far. It's not that he's pitched a lot, though.
I think he's done a fine job. What year is he in? Do you know what? Not that it makes any difference at this stage of the ball game.
I don't have that information.
Sophomore?
And that's a ball delivered to Cade Corbett. Flew out twice in this game, 1st and 3rd inning. Capello delivers. That was a bunt attempt there by Cade, and he sends that one foul.
Billy
so
just
1-1.
Yeah, Coach Chapman just wants to move the runners over, get him in a scoring position, and he's going to have him bunt again. You just want to put it in play to move the runners over, and Bishop Girton's on top of that. I'm a little surprised the third baseman is in a little bit more, but then they're looking to get the guy. Here he comes.
Another bunt attempt goes foul. It's going to be 1-2. Both players were taking off from their bases, trying to take advantage of that. There is no outs. The count is 1-2 to Cade Corbett. You got Taliaferro at second with the double, and then La Rochelle hit by a pitch.
Be interesting to see if Coach Chapman has him do it again. Hasn't looked too good in the first 2 tries, but
Capello delivers. He stretches out for that one.
Oh.
Played by the short, but he's not going to make a play. Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded. A hit for Cade Corbett. That advances La Rochelle to second. And Taliaferro is at third, and there's still nobody out.
Sometimes the ball just goes to a spot that makes it it's difficult for the shortstop or any infielder to grab. That they're getting squeezing out these little hits.
That's the 5th hit given up by Capello. He's had a nice outing, although his stat line isn't that impressive. 5 hits and 3 hit bats or 3 walks. 1 a hit batsman. That's a strike there to Ryan Giuliano.
In a game like this, because it's a tight game, if there's a ground ball to the infield, you'll see him coming home rather than going for the double play.
Swing and a miss there by Giuliano. 0-2. I was going to say, too, the Corbett hit, he really reached out for that one.
He did.
That was kind of a heave, and he made good contact. So here we go, 0-2, no outs here. Giuliano at the plate, Capello delivering pitcher to pitcher. The plate is, the table is set here. Any kind of base hit even a ground out or a fly ball is going to score a run here.
Yep.
That one is outside, 1-2. So pressure's on Kaplow here. He's got to pitch a perfect at bat here with Giuliano. Makes a hit, and it's going to fly way out. No play on that.
Oh, he did have a play on that.
He did. You just couldn't make it.
It went. He reached out and went to the left side of his glove.
I'm having a hard time judging the angle of the fly ball. Sometimes they look like they're going to fly right out.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
So 1-2. Giuliano has been walked twice. He's the top hitter on this Bulldogs team. Hits it to short. That was wide. We're going to score some runs here.
Play at the plate.
Taliaferro is going to play at the plate. Just bounces. 2-run score, double for Ryan Giuliano. Bedford's up 2-0.
Again, just out of the reach. Actually, that was more than just out of the reach of the shortstop. Excuse me.
Just got it past Anderson.
Yeah.
Couldn't make the play. And Bedford's got their lead 2-0 here in the top of the fifth. And now J.J. Crespo at the plate. Flew out and ground out in his first two at-bats. Takes the ball here in the fifth. He's got runners at second and third. Looking to add some more here. No outs here for the Bulldogs. Crespo fouls it. And that one just out of play. So 1-1 the count there.
Took it down. Brought it back.
So Giuliano with the big double, 2 RBIs. And the sixth hit given up by Kaplow. There's another foul back by Crespo. It's going to be 1-2. Bedford, the 9th seed, winner of this game will advance to take on the number 1 seed in Division I, the Portsmouth Clippers.
It's another powerhouse team. Always traditionally, Portsmouth has outstanding teams.
Kaplow with the pitch.
That's
Crespo, beautiful hit down the third field line. This is going to score 2 more runs. Crespo's going to settle for a double here, but he sent that one right down the third base line. Tebow had to chase it down, and the Bulldogs are up 4-0.
Yeah, that was cracked, and you knew right from the get-go that was going to be extra bases. That was well, we had a lot of stuff on the ground, just getting beyond the infielders. This one was, with the exception, obviously, that left field hit over the left fielders.
So the Bulldogs are making some hay here in the 5th inning.
Oh, yeah.
Maddox Muir at the plate now. He had a base hit at his last at-bat. And he makes contact here. Pretty good hit. It's going to go foul, though, and they're chasing it. Oh, nice diving play there.
That was an excellent attempt by the first baseman.
Yeah, Hinton. I think it was number 1, Hinton, who tried to make the play. That's the second baseman who made the diving play. Did Hinton, is Hinton playing at first base now?
Yeah, first baseman. They were both in the vicinity.
Yeah, he was at second, so Hinton is now at first. And there's a hit. It's going to land just outside the outfield, and Anderson makes the play for the out. That's the first out in the game here, or in this inning.
Mm-hmm. For
Bedford. Now Armand Rolio coming up.
I'm looking to see if BG has any bullpen action, and I don't see anything. Wait.
Rolio struck out in the second. He swings and misses there. He also hit a sacrifice in the 4th inning. Takes a strike.
Now, Andrew just
Or
pointed
swings at a
out to me,
strike.
Andrew's handling our broadcast,
There's
that
the-
we
there's the,
do have bullpen action by BG.
Okay.
That's
There's
a number.
contact made. It just goes under the pitcher's arm. Backed up by the second base, and the runner advances. I'm going to call that a sacrifice. For Rolio, his second one. And that's going to be a 4-3 play while advancing Crespo over to third. And Chardonnay, the designated hitter, takes a strike.
I think this is his last inning. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a new pitcher come in the next inning.
Chardonnay hits it to second, and that's going to end the inning, but damage is done. 4 hits, or 4 runs, I should say, for the Bulldogs. And those came on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and a base on balls. So Bulldogs going into the bottom of the 5th with a 4-0 lead.
They really put it together, and what else can I say? They got hits. There weren't any errors on BG's part. It's just, and you don't want to ever lose a game based on errors, walks. The only thing that happened in that inning was hit Batman, but everything else was solidly hit.
Last update, still at the end of 4 full innings. Bedford leads 4-3 over the Salem Blue Devils in softball action this afternoon. And it's going to be Giuliano still on the plate for the Bulldogs.
What's his record?
As a pitcher,
Yeah,
Giuliano, he is their ace. 6-1, 7 starts, 1.185 ERA.
those stats come from Coach Fox.
Yes, they do.
For those that don't know, Lauren Fox does some of our basketball broadcasts. Obviously, coaching takes him away from baseball, but his background is baseball. He did it professionally. He called AA ball for a Kansas City team professionally, but he's in the first base coach's box.
He's got a couple of New Hampshire Association of Broadcaster Grand and Mike Awards up on his mantle, too, for his work on WBNH.
Yeah, I know. And another thing, Harry, in case people aren't aware of it, he is also one of the official scorers for the Boston Red Sox.
Man does it all.
He does.
So Tebow at the plate now for BG, takes 2 balls. Makes a hit there. Played by Giuliano, just lobs it over to Muir. And that's going to send Tebow to the bench. 1 out. A 1-3 out there for Cam Tebow. Giuliano so far pitching 5. And that's a ball to Ryan Haskell. Roller to second base, throw to Muir, and Haskell is out. 4-3.
So, Harry, I have a lot of history with Gill Stadium, not just in an official capacity when I was a baseball umpire, but my Bedford kids at one time went to West High School.
That one is fouled back.
And West
Jack
High School,
Hinton.
Memorial, Manchester, and Trinity all used to play baseball here at Gill. Trinity now has their own field, I believe, baseball field. Do they?
Yeah, they do. The
Yep.
Lemire Field right
Yep.
across from the high school.
Yep. Memorial has their baseball field. They actually, Memorial, I stand corrected, always had their baseball field. But I used to come down here to watch the football games. My son played for West High. He graduated in 2003. Again, when it was grass and dirt. I just got
That
to
is
stick.
a ball. Monaco at the plate right now for BG. Count on him. It's 2-1. 2 outs right now. That one high. 3-1.
But the history goes beyond my association watching high school sports here. This, oh,
There's a nice hit there by Monaco, but it's just off the hand of the center fielder, La Rochelle. It goes all the way to the wall. This is going to be a third base hit at the very least. A throw to third, and that's going to be safe for Dominic Monaco with a big three-bagger off the glove of La Rochelle. He really sent one into the deepest part of the outfield.
yeah, that was cranked. That would have been a good catch if he'd caught up with that. That was hard.
So close. So now BG with a runner in scoring position for the second time in this game, only the second time. Monaco at first, and I believe it's Dante Nieto at the plate. That one sails over his head high. Ball 1. It is Nieto, number 16. 2 outs on the Cardinals here. Bedford leads 4-0 here, bottom of the 5th. Nieto makes contact here. This one's going to be a little more playable. Taliaferro makes the play for the final out. And the three base hit goes for naught. And the Bulldogs shut the door on BG. And it's going to be 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 man left, and it's 4-0 Bedford after 5.
So to continue with my little bit of my history lesson. So this Gill Stadium was built for the mill workers for recreational. And they had so many employees that they fielded X number of teams. And it was what people did on Sundays. You know, they had a 6-day work week, right?
Right.
So on Sundays was the day where they would catch a lot of their teams playing, sometimes in the evenings. But one year, early in the 20th century, they had a hotshot team. They put a lot of their players together, kind of created an all-star team, and they played the Boston Red Sox. And guess who was on that team with the Boston Red Sox, which will date it, the team, when I say who was one of the people that was playing.
Let's say Babe Ruth.
Absolutely. It was Babe Ruth. It was strictly exhibition, and he was the man with the Red Sox. And I can tell you that when Babe Ruth was traded to the New York Yankees, probably nobody shed more tears than all those mill workers at Amherst Falls. A little bit of history. You didn't know that, did you? I'm not
Bill,
saying
is this from a personal experience you're telling us the story?
that's right. I did the call up for that.
Or you were behind the plate?
I was behind the plate. Now, there's a lot of great history to learn about. You know, in Manchester, it's just phenomenal, and their museum is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, I didn't realize that Babe Ruth, walked this field.
Yeah.
So that's really something else to be in a stadium old enough to have been a place where Babe Ruth played.
It really, really was a major community. I mean, people worked together, they ate together, they played together. You know, I mean, if you haven't gotten to learn the history of Manchester, old Manchester, you're missing something, because it is just absolutely phenomenal. So they do have a new pitcher in here now, right? Is that
It is
Kepler?
number 6. Gotta go to my roster here. Give me a moment. This is Jake Boudreau.
So when a new pitcher comes in, he's given 10 warm-up pitches. If a pitcher is replaced in the middle of an inning, he's given 10 warm-up pitches. And technically, they're supposed to time it, but when we were doing it, you know, like within 20 seconds, if someone is really dragging, you just say, all right, cut, let's get it moving. But
So the line at Capello, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 bases on balls, 2 strikeouts.
Is my scoreboard all updated?
And now Boudreau pitching to Pat Follis, who takes the strike. And Boudreaux deals another one, 0-2. There's a hit, second. The throw to first in time. Hinton makes the play there from Luca, and one down for Bedford.
You know, Harry, you are right. When we take a look at the team, and we saw them early in the season, you can definitely see the improvements. And crisper, more responsive. That's what happens. You know, New England baseball, you start out playing in the cold. It's not like you get like 70 games in, like if you're playing down south, West Coast.
That's another strike. They're 1-1 is the count to Taliaferro. He's having a good day, a single and a two-bagger in this game so far. And now he drives one toward third. The play there to first, and that's
what a
good.
play.
And scooped it out of the
play.
dirt there, or scooped it out of the turf.
That was major
Haskell
league.
to Hinton.
That was a major league scoop.
So 5-3 play there for the second out of the inning, top of the sixth here. And we're at the top of the order with Ethan La Rochelle, who took a pitch to the shoulder to get on base, and he wound up scoring in the last inning. Strike one to La Rochelle. And there's contact toward Haskell at third. He throws all the way across to Hinton. He makes the play, another 5-3 out there. And the Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 at the end of 6 innings, I believe.
No, we're headed to
the
the
bottom.
bottom
Going
of
to
the
bottom of the 6th. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah, so bottom of the 6th is where we're going, and Bedford has a 4-0 lead. Checking our score here, the latest from Jason Bergeron in Salem. Salem managed to score 2 and take the lead. They are now up 5-4 after 5 full innings in Salem. So the Bulldogs, who held the lead most of the game, are now finding themselves behind down in Salem in D1 softball. Here we got the Bulldogs up by 4. BG coming up to bat here in the 6th inning. And unless they make some changes, we should expect to see the bottom of the order Korkalakos, and then Mediver and Anderson.
We just got a score, Harry, from Kyle Henry from Manchester TV. We can't thank him enough. He's covering that game. And we're using his booth, so
Okay,
obviously
yeah.
they are away. Thank you, Kyle. And at the top of the 7th, Londonderry is beating Manchester 4-0.
So playoff baseball all over.
Yeah. I think I should have asked him which. In the old days, it would have been Manchester Central, Manchester West,
I
and
believe
Memorial.
it still is.
And I think I think the baseball teams have combined.
Hang on, I'll tell you what they are. It is Central and
I
West.
think it's Central
it is Central
and
and West,
West,
right. Memorial is still fielding their own team,
Yep.
so it is a combined team.
And so they're referred to. So when he says Manchester, I don't know what happened to Memorial. I think he's referring to both Central and West.
Right.
Get confirmation from my 2 crack sidekicks here.
Just had to look it up here on the website. So it looks like Giuliano's going to come out for the 6th. He's having himself a pretty good day. 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. And going into the 6th inning, he's got Korkalakos here at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Struck out last time he was up. That one is outside for ball 1. Giuliano's second pitch, that one makes contact right at the middle. That's going to be a hit for Korkalakos. Rolls to La Rochelle in center field, gives up the base hit. So the Cardinals start out with a man on first. And the top of their order coming up with Brandon Mediver, who flew out to left field and then to right field.
Just to note, Harry, that Coach Chapman does not have anybody warming up right now, so he's going to stick with Giuliano right now.
I don't have a pitch count on him, but I don't think it's too high. There's a shot right down. Oh, it stays foul. It stays fair. Taliaferro's going to chase it.
It's a ground rule double.
What did it get stuck in a fence or something?
Yeah, it either got caught in the fence, went behind the fence. Yep.
So lucky play there for Bedford. That stops the advancement of Korkalakos at third. And Metaver credited with a double.
Oh, thank you.
And we've got runners in scoring position for the third time here for the BG Cardinals. And now Reardon's going to come out, or Corbett's going to come out and have a word with Giuliano, make sure he's feeling okay.
I'm looking in the the Bulldogs dugout to see it. Here comes Coach Chapman now. He's coming out of the dugout to talk to Giuliano. Still has nobody warming up, so he's just going to chat with him a little bit. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see somebody trot out to the bullpen.
I'm trying to think, which bullpen do they use? Do they use the one over to our right, or the one outside the?
No.
Oh, okay, I see it over there.
One on the right and one on the left. In the old days, see where the soccer nets are? That's where the Fisher Cats used to warm up in the outfield. Pretty sure. You went to a lot of Fisher Cat games. That's a lot. One game. You just said one.
I'll be catching one Friday. Tomorrow I've got tickets for that against Portland.
Oh.
My first game of the year.
Harry, our experience with the Worcester Red Sox was...
The Woo Sox.
Woo Sox.
Fabulous.
Unbelievable. If you haven't been down to that stadium, it's AAA ball. They moved from Pawtucket. It is definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, it really is. They did a nice job there. Here's a swing and a miss by Luke Anderson. Actually made contact, fouled it back for a strike. No outs for BG. They've got runners at second and third. Metaver's at second. Korkalakos is at third. And Anderson at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike two. Giuliano already giving up 2 hits in this inning. That one is high and away for a ball. One and two is the count to Anderson. Giuliano winds up just inside. Looked like a good pitch to me. Makes it 2-2.
For BG, this is an inning you want to get some runs on the board, definitely.
Yeah, they don't want to have to make 4 up in the 7th. That one off the bat. Strike 2. Count is 2-2.
So, boys, I just want to remind you, stay vigilant and alert. Again, we got this wide window here. Let's not fall asleep.
Don't want to waste an expensive camera here.
As you said, what are the priorities?
What costs more, Bill? And there's a hit right down the first. Muir makes the play now to throw the first. What's the call here? The umpire didn't even look. What's happening here?
He was definitely out.
Well, he was out at first, but what about the play at the plate? I don't understand this.
It was... No, he was definitely out. The umpire's in what is known as a C position because the runner's on third. That's where he has to stand. So he's responsible for...
So the runner did make it home. Okay.
The run did make it home. And let me
update a sacrifice.
The board. What do we got?
It's now 4-1.
Okay, 4-1 right now.
So Anderson with the sacrifice.
And let me get every...
Sacrifice 3. And Korkalakos comes home for the run, scores the run.
And we have a runner at third.
And then Kaplow, still in the game, hits it to right field. Sacrifice throw is going to score another run here for BG. That's going to bring Mediver home, but it also gives up another run here.
So we have 2 outs.
Or gives up an out, I should say, second out. So there's 2 outs here for BG. They scored on a pair of sacrifices, one to base hit to first, and the second one a fly out to left field. But they're on the board now, 4-2, and they've got Max Reardon at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I think he's going to hang with Giuliano all the way to the end.
And another swing and a miss, strike 2. Another update from Salem. Bedford coming back with a run at the bottom of the 6th inning. It's now 5-5.
I hadn't known that they fell behind.
Yes, they did.
I guess I wasn't paying attention. Too busy with the scoreboard here.
0-2 count to Reardon. And swings and misses again. Or was that a nope? He made contact.
He made
That's going to keep
contact.
him alive. 0-2. Just made contact right in front of the plate. Giuliano pitched the entire game. That one is fouled back just below our broadcast booth.
That's now a final. Londonderry beats Central West 4-0. Oh! He had 2 strikes on the batter, and he hit him. No pitcher likes to do that. That is.
And believe it or not, that is the first base on balls given up by Giuliano today.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he
3
took it right up
Ks
the
and
noggin.
1 base on balls.
Yep.
So that, could have gotten out of that inning easily, but instead put Reardon on base, and now it's going to be number 21, Cam Tebow, at the plate. Tebow flew out and ground out in his last 2.
Any relation?
No.
Tebow?
Nope.
Where are we? Get a man at first. Here we go. Fix the scoreboard.
So Giuliano now delivers just outside, ball. And Reardon's taking a big lead there at first. Giuliano might want to make a throw to first to keep the runner honest. And that is a strike looking, 1-1 to Tebow. Bedford leads 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Had a 4-0 lead coming into this inning. 2 runs scored on 2 sacrifice plays. That one skips right in front, and that's going to be a pass ball, and Reardon's going to advance.
Looks like Giuliano is feeling the fatigue.
So it might be time to send somebody into the bullpen. Nobody out there yet.
Nobody.
For Coach Chapman and the Bulldogs. One out away here
2-1.
from ending the inning. There's a big hit to Crespo. And
nice play.
Right field, he pulls it in. That's going to do it.
That looked like dropped very quickly.
So 2 runs given up in that inning on, trying to count here, 2 hits, 2 sacrifices, 1 base up on balls on a hit batsman and a pass ball, leaving 1 runner. And at the end of 6th, 4-2 Bedford is the lead. And coming up in the 7th, I believe Cade Corbett will be the leadoff batter, followed by Ryan Giuliano and J.J. Crespo.
Is it still 4-0?
That is who we have coming up in the next inning here for Bedford. And they would sure like to add a few more runs to this cushion.
In the update, didn't it read 4-2? Okay, I got you.
They got all their runs in the 5th inning. Haven't done
Harry,
anything any other inning.
We are going to have bullpen action.
I see
Number
Maggie
10.
Fox going out there, and number 10 for the Bulldogs will be coming in. That's Pat Fowles. He's going to be warming up, so I got to check and see what the update is on the who's playing. We'll find out who's taking Fowles' place at short once the Bulldogs go out into the field in the seventh inning. But right now at the bat, or at the plate for BG, or at the mound, I should say, Jake Boudreau. He had a pretty efficient inning with no strikeouts or balls, but plays in the field, getting him out 3 straight last time he was up.
I've been very impressed with the Bishop Garden infield. Those guys are pretty solid. Good arms. Third baseman's got great arm from third to over to first base. Same with the shortstop. These guys have fielded flawlessly. No errors.
So Kate Corbett now at the plate for Bedford here in the top of the seventh. Hits it right to the first baseman. Boudreau goes over to first and gets the out.
Very nice play.
It's 3-1 is the play, and Corbett is down, and Bulldogs have one out
Just
with
like
Giuliano coming up.
Just like they practice it. First baseman to the pitcher.
Giuliano with 2 bases on balls in this game, and then a double, big double that keyed the scoring run in the fifth. And he makes contact on the first pitch right
nice
to
play.
Luca, throws it to Hinton at first, and he's out 4-3.
Harry, Andrew just gave me an updated score, and it's Winnicott 7, and Goff's down 1 after 3.
And in softball, it's 5-5 after 6 innings down in Salem with the Bulldogs. Now at the plate is Crespo. He hits that one just foul. Down 0-1.
I think that's the first error we've seen on a Bedford player. Coach Chapman dropping that scoop. Only kidding, Coach.
Giuliano takes something off that one. That's a strike. 1-1. Giuliano going the entire way of this game. There's a hit to Crespo in I'm sorry, that to Mediver. It goes right off his glove. Crespo's going to get 2, maybe 3 here. They're bobbling around in the infield. They finally come up with a ball. It's a 3-base hit for J.J. Crespo. Won't call that an error. That was really a very tough play by Mediver.
Not an error at all. That would have been a spectacular catch if he had made it.
So with 2 outs, a runner at third for Bedford. Maddox Muir at the plate now. And a strike thrown there by Boudreau.
I was
going to say Crespo is really taking a big lead there. Another high ball. He catches the strike zone, so it's 0-2 here.
I'm stating the obvious, Harry, but I'm sure Bedford would like to get another insurance run.
Well, Muir's got to stay alive here. And he makes contact, and that's going to go back to Mediver. This time it goes right to him. He makes the catch, and a runner is stranded. So despite the 3-base hit by Crespo, got 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no strikeouts, no balls in that inning for Boudreau. And coming up to the bottom of the 7th, the last chance here for the Cardinals to tie or take a lead here. They're down 4-2.
These guys played the first time. It was a 4-0 shutout, Bedford. So these guys have low-scoring games.
You are correct. Bedford won that one back on April 18th.
Right.
And that was in BG. Was that Holman? Was that
played
Holman? They played Holman?
They
Okay.
played at Holman. That was John Collins and Tom King, who do all the play-by-play for Nashua ETV 99. our good friend Pete Johnson. I believe they are picking this game
Are
up
they
right
good
now.
for them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you forgot to tell
And
me that.
we
So
forgot.
hello,
Well,
Pete.
that's
Hello,
okay.
Nashua. Thanks for
Hey,
tuning in.
well, I'm multitasking here with graphics and doing color
And chewing gum.
and chewing gum, and I apologize to our Nashua viewing audience. But Peter, thank you. I sometimes we go on 96, their public channel. Sometimes we go on their school district channel, which is 99. But Pete, in a number of our sister stations in the community television arena, we have the capabilities now to grab one another's feed. So we did pick up that Bedford BG game from Holman with John and Tom calling the game, and everybody appreciates that. And we'd like to see more of our sister stations doing that. And we do it with Salem and a few
Goffstown
others.
sometimes
Yeah,
too, right?
Goffstown sometimes. That's correct. So here we go, Harry. Bottom of the
All
seventh.
right, this is where it's all coming down to with Ryan Haskell at the plate. And he pops it up, and there's going to be a play perhaps in foul territory here. And it's good. Taliaferro pulls it in, one down on one pitch. Haskell goes down.
Harry, I was wrong. Must be my eyesight, which isn't unusual, but it's number 3 pitching. 3.
No, it is. I was going to say, I was about to say that Giuliano is staying in the game.
Okay.
Even though Fowlis warmed up in the bullpen, Coach Chapman decided to stay with Giuliano here for a complete game. And there's a shot there by number 1, Dominic Monaco. That one just goes foul down the first base line. He's down to the count 0-1. Giuliano quickly delivers. That's high, 1-1. Bulldogs 2 outs away from advancing to the next round. This time catches the corner. Count is 1-2.
He definitely looks like he's coming after them a little more aggressively.
Yeah, the pitches are coming quickly here to Monaco.
Yep.
Giuliano delivers, and it hits. And that's going to be a hit. It literally hit Giuliano in the back of the leg. He couldn't make a play on it, and Corbett couldn't catch up to it in time. So a base hit there for Dominic Monaco.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Coach Chapman takes some time to just check on him. Definitely the official is. Coochman. Don McCucci.
Well, the Painter comes out of the Scott Painter comes out of the dugout for BG, talking to
He just said
McCucci about something.
14 for 1.
So they're going to put 14 in. Got to get a number here off the roster. Here, excuse me. Colin Tukey is the pinch runner. And is that Nieto? It is Nieto at the plate. He takes the strike.
Coming in with a breaking ball.
Got another update here from Jason Bergeron. I'll give that to you in just a moment. 0-1 here. BG's got a runner at first. There's a pop. Oh, thought about going to second. Instead, decided just get the easy out at first.
Yeah, the second baseman was a little slow getting over there, but you have to make those split decisions. So you can give up a run. Would have been nice to get the lead guy, but.
So Nieto is out on a 1-3 play. That advances, we're going to call that a sacrifice, and advances Monaco to second base. So he's in scoring position, and Korkalakos now at the plate, I believe. And the pitch sails way over the head of Corbett, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and advances Monaco to third.
You know,
like you said, they have the cushion to give up a one run here.
Yeah.
And 2 outs. Go ahead, Bill.
No, we're just changing some scoreboard stuff.
There's a pitch outside to Korkalakos. It's going to be 0-2. Or 2-0, I should say.
So
2 balls.
A pitcher, particularly a tired pitcher, with runners on and coming from the stretch position,
That's fouled almost 90 degrees off the plate and almost hit a bystander, a spectator there.
And with some fatigue setting in, it becomes a little more difficult. And then you got the, the pucker factor happening a little bit, a little tense.
Yeah.
He's just got to just look at this and just go after him.
Bedford just an out away. That catch, no, that's outside.
Yep.
Thought the official made the strike sign. It's
Now
going to be 3-1.
Identifying. Technically, they're not supposed to do that, but they do it as a courtesy to the officials. I mean, I used to do it.
Pitch, high swing. Contact is made, doesn't matter. It's going to count as a strike. 3-2, full count. One strike away here for Bedford. They've got a runner on third. Monaco's waiting there for BG. Corcolacos at the plate. He represents the tying run. Full count. Giuliano delivers.
He got him.
And he got him looking. And that's the final score. 4-2. Bedford advances in the playoffs. The fourth strikeout by Giuliano.
And as I said, Harry, he just had to come after him. Just don't tense up, and he just popped that one, catching the outside corner. Perfect pitch. Two good teams. One has to lose. One is moving on, and for Bedford viewers, they're happy that their team is moving on.
Happy days.